it's one of those days. Today we're going to see what the impact is of a hunting pellet, and does it mushroom more than a normal pellet. So the aim for today, I'm going to shoot them into a water bottle. I'm going to start off with the Barracuda 18s, and then I'm going to go over the whole range of the H&N hunting pellet. These are all 0.22, and they're going to run at plus minus 930 feet per second. I'll put the speeds up here just now. So I've got the Hunter Barracuda, I've got the little Hornet, I've got the Barracuda Hunter Extreme, I've got the Terminator, I've got the Crow, and then also I've got the Haders. The setup is quite easy. Impact marked 2 600mm barrel, regulated 90 bar, water bottle in the front, 3 cameras rolling. Can't wait. First up, the Barracuda 18s. Alright, that just kicked off the backstop I had. Luckily I've got a backstop there. Let's go and look at the damage. Barracuda Hunter, 18.21 grain, 900 feet a second. Ew, there goes the bottle. Barracuda Hunter Extreme. Ooh, nearly killed my camera. Oh, this is fun. Time for the Crow Magnum. Now these babies, when last I tested them, they were a little bit slower out of the gun, so they're going to run about 880 feet a second. That's some serious damage. Let's go and have a look. Well, I did tell you, I'll be back. Yeah, it's a bad joke again. Time for the Terminator. I just hope this one doesn't punch my whole bottle to pieces, but nah, I hope it punches it to pieces. Let's go. That's the only one that didn't push the bottle off the back of the bench at this stage. Let's go and have a look. So the JSP Haders runs about the same speed as the Terminator, 15.89 grains versus 16.36 grains. So this is going to fly at around about 950 feet a second. Oh, proper impact. Last of the Hunting Pellets, this is the Hornet, 16.2 grains. Remember, this is the one with that pointy little tip that is damn sharp. So let's see how much that penetrates. Oh, that was dead center. time to go and retrieve the pellets and those slugs out of the bottles and give you guys the expansion on them. I was lucky enough to catch all of them. Yeah, that's a great news. All of them stayed within the bottle. None of them went through the 2-liter plastic bottle filled with water. Let's go and have a look. Now for the wet part of this. Time to retrieve all of those pellets out of the bottles, and luckily nothing here goes to waste. The bottles get recycled afterwards. So the first one up, this was the JSB, lying. So the first one up is the Barracuda 18s. I'll give you guys a close-up just now. Basically almost no deformity, the head is slightly bent, nothing serious there. This was the Barracuda Hunter. Wow, hope you guys can see that. That is brilliant. Look at that expansion there. Still got some meat behind it, but the face in totality totally flat. Barracuda Hunter Extreme. Oh, that was just great shooting. Now that's how you shoot the middle out of the middle of a can. Let's put it this way around. It's still in the plastic that I shot it in. So it took this piece of plastic, the bottom of the bottle, with it, and that's pretty damaging. Front is gone. Right, the Cro-Magnon, slightly disintegrated. There's pieces of the outer skin there, still enough behind it, and the front is totally wrapped around. Not too shabby. The Terminator, with its sharp little point, also center of center within the bottle, took also a piece of plastic with it, so it means that the shockwave was quite big. A little bit of meat behind it, the rest flattened out. JSB Hades. Alright, that's interesting. So the 16 grainer ran at a much faster speed, but that's all that's left of that whole pellet. It totally folded onto itself. It didn't open up or mushroom, it just folded up onto itself. Would be interesting to go and watch the slow-mo again on that one. And then the Hornet. Wow, that's interesting. Alright, so part of the Hornet did splinter. I'll give you guys a close-up just now, but look at the sharp tip. It remained right there. Everything around it basically gone, but the metal tip unscathed. Now that is interesting. Let's go and do some close-ups and give you guys the results. Is one person allowed to have so much fun? Alright, let's take a close-up of these different pellets. That's the Barracuda 18s. Not much damage there. Let me drop a little bit lower. Right, then onto the Barracuda Hunter. Now look at that. That's just awesome. Now that is a massive difference between an accuracy pellet and a hunting pellet. Barracuda Hunter Extreme still has the plastic in it. Let me just pop that plastic around. And that's the rear side of it. Quite interesting. Let me see if I can take it out. There we go. So there's the sign of the Phillips screwdriver in the front. As you can see, that it's almost the same as the can. See the resemblance? So it actually just folded. It didn't expand that much. It just folded on itself. The Cro-Magnon disintegrated. There's almost nothing left of this little pellet. Over to the Terminator. The Terminator also took a bit of plastic with it. You can actually see the little small point there in the front still. Let me take it out of the plastic. Doesn't want to come out. Alright. It infused itself into the plastic. There's actually some nice expansion there, as you can see on the sides, and it infused itself into the plastic. I can't get it out. That is the Terminator. Then JSB Hades. Nice expansion as well. You can see from the side of that. But look how flat this little slug became, or this little pellet became eventually. This is probably due to softer lead, that it folded up a bit more than the rest. The last one was the hornet. Now look at this. It is made for the tougher prey out there, and that you can see, that point is still sharp. I can still stick somebody with it. Penetration, all about penetration, people. But look at how it took the bottom out. Wow, that's nice. A lot of damage there, also a lot of damage to my bottle. So let's wrap this up. Hunting pellet or accuracy pellet? Well, I think if you look at the expansion, if you look at how it hits the water, if you look at how the pellet looks after the time, there's no doubt in my mind. If you're going to go short distance hunting, there's no way that you cannot use one of these hunting pellets. Depending on what prey you want, you might want the harder tipped hornet or you want the terminator. So there's a balance between accuracy and maximum impact. But I was pleasantly surprised with that. I did not expect these pellets to expand that much. One up for the hunting pellets.
That's all, folks.